The Trade Union Congress is expressing grave concern about the water crisis in the nation's capital. TUC is calling on the landowners and the government to act responsibly and address this crisis once and for all thoroughly and immediately for the sake of business houses, schools and residents in the city.
Part of it arises out of when water was commercialized from NCDC to the new joint venture. What you would find in the report specifically highlight that landowners' concerns were not taken into consideration. So really the contract was flawed, and the queries initially started in 1996. And so these are not new concerns raised by the landowners, and the successive governments have failed to attend to their demands.
Meantime, they are also querying the 50-50 management of PNG Power assets with a company called LR Group. The executives say there needs to be further discussions on this case before final instruments are signed to get this company on board.
Critical assessments of the details of the deal must come out for citizens to do independent assessments of the whole transaction to give the approval for such important public utility to be offloaded partly from the people's balance sheet. Semekara's move, especially during an election period and the eve of his retirement in politics, raised serious questions about the government, particularly the real intentions apart from the justifications provided. Whatever commitments and agreement that's being reached between the union, PNG Energy Workers Association, and the government must be in black and white, spelled out clearly the details, so that in future there is no further confusion, there is no further problems arise out of that.
The unions say government needs to seriously address these two concerns, as electricity and water in particular is essential for the livelihood of the nation's capital and its surrounding communities. Bernadette EFI, National MTV News.
Nominated and ran in the 2002 elections.
Out of the 27 candidates contesting the seat, less than 10 candidates accepted the invitation to attend the debate today. Main issues the candidates were asked to talk on were land, settlement urbanization, motu koitabu, transport, water, and NCDC internal arrangements. Each candidate present was given 10 minutes to tell those present how he or she will address the issue if given the mandate.
Nobody gets prepared. Are we prepared for the benefits that are coming on shore? I don't think so. We've got to look back at the city. You know, the city, from the pressure of the LNG project that are coming on board, you can already feel the suffocation that's happening. The roads are getting congested. Goods and services are becoming more expensive. And I think all of you should know by now that this is also one reason, this because of supply and demand. There is a big demand for land and yet a very, very small supply. And we need to open up this demand. Home is only one. I have one platform, and that's to improve the living standards of every resident in Port Moresby. But for me to do that, I got to actually deal with a few issues. And one of the main issues I got to deal with is land.
There is no water in the settlements. I went into Kanuri yesterday, and there's a very big note saying, no water, no vote. Can you imagine? That hit me. And it's not only affecting, now it's affecting all of us because Koyaris decided to shut down Kirinomu Dam. And I say thank you to the Koyaris because settlers have suffered for so long. 20, 25 years they lived in settlements that have had no water supply.
No to illegal settlements means only one thing: removing the tech settlements and bringing them to be part of this society. Port Moresby, part of our urban way of living. That is the only way forward. If we do not address that, Everything else does not fall into line. Water, power, roads,